I don't know if a lot of people knew about this or if a lot of people are even talking about this. Um, but this Galactic Armory, I heard about these and I thought they would be really cool. But I guess they got a cease and desist letter from Games Workshop because Games Workshop, if you try and make anything that's not directly from them, they don't support it and don't want it done. Kind of like
Workshop sent us a
Nintendo.
cease and desist.
There we go.
So
Sorry.
yeah, Games Workshop sent us a cease and desist. So let's talk about it for a little bit.
Dang, man.
So first off, if you don't know who I am or who Galactic Armory is, my name is Aaron. I founded Galactic Armory about 5 years ago because I just liked making stuff in my one-bedroom apartment. I started with Star Wars helmets just because there was nothing really else out there. I was blown away with how 3D printing kind of opened the world really to me as
that's
a
really
nerd
cool.
that loved to make stuff. Turns out I'm really good at running a business like that, and so we kind of just grew to the point where we are today, where we have a small team of super dedicated nerds.
Oh, they're making full freaking Spartan armor? No way. Oh, and they got elite armor too, it looks like. Oh, that's like the Arbiter armor. And then they got... That's so cool. If I had a big enough 3D printer, I'd want to print like a whole Halo armor suit. A whole like Mjolnir set. That'd be cool.
Small team of super dedicated nerds who love to make stuff from like 3D files for 3D printing, soft goods for your cosplays.
Oh, he did Helldivers 2 armored? No way, that's cool.
As a hobby and all sorts of different fandoms. That's who we are and what we do. Now let's talk about the C&D. Now C&D, or a cease and desist,
this is a really cool
basically
company.
a business telling you, stop what you're doing before we sue you. We had gotten like fake DMCAs in the past, like from just randos in their basement doing weird stuff. But
that's a badass helmet, man.
And it is legit. They listed out like different items and like how they relate to their IP and like their all sorts of different IP numbers. And so, yeah, we're pretty sure it's legit. So is it surprising that we got this cease and desist? No, we're not surprised at all. GW has kind of a history of not really wanting to collaborate with the community in that way.
It's because their stuff is so expensive. They want to make all the money on it. They don't want someone else to take money away from them.
They've shut down lots of fan projects in the past.
Yeah.
And their community knows it. We thought we'd be okay based on the fact that they're not really doing cosplay stuff until like 2 days after the cease and desist came down. They announced a new product in one of their live streams, a wearable Primaris helmet.
No way. See? They wanted all the sales.
Although things made
it's all about money.
It still kind of stung. You know, the helmet, it looks very okay. I think it'll definitely be a good quality. I have some Joy Toy stuff that's very cool. My Sanguinius is amazing. But yeah, it's disappointing to see it come from a business that
he's got a Gears of War shirt on too.
Kind of like the DIY aspect of buying a spruce set of minis, clipping them all out, putting them together, learning to paint it yourself would be so kind of against a DIY, make it yourself at home cosplay side of things. We just really liked 40K, and so we wanted to make some stuff with it, especially with the release of Space Marine 2, and we did. We made a lot of cool like 3D models, made a lot of designs for people. We made a lot of fun videos kind of showcasing off the...
They built a real motorized chainsword? No way.
Chainsaw, we took a sword and we put them together.
I would buy that.
Fun videos based in that universe. We had a ton of fun. We ended up having to take down like 26 different designs of helmets, weapons, some armor sets, all sorts of different stuff.
Man,
and
that sucks.
We canceled all future plans involving the 40K IP. And even though now we're in full compliance with the cease and desist, I gotta say the best part of this whole ordeal was that we got to enable the cosplay community to make a ton of awesome stuff. Like way back when we did the helmet contest.
Oh.
Over 300 people submitted photos of their finished Warhammer like custom helmets that they had all made themselves. And so
it's got a mustache.
Really good about being able to put those files out there for people.
Good,
and now they get to make helmets and armor from one of their favorite universes.
I bet those people with all the files and stuff can sell them too and get them out to other people Because, like, if these guys stopped doing it, those guys would still have them, right?
is at home. And it's always one of my favorite things to go out and see some of our helmet files in the wild, or see some armor files out there that somebody used to make something really awesome. So, what do we do now? Well, other than fully complying with the cease and desist, of course, I want to just make sure, or make it clear that I have no ill will towards GW for this. They are well within their right, of course, to ask us to do this.
Yeah,
Their
that
IP,
still
they came
sucks.
up with all the Space Marines that we love, all the chaplains, like, they came up with it all. We just kind of filled a void that they weren't really doing. And like I said, they are, of course, in their right to ask us to do that. Reading all those comments, it was pretty clear that overall, a lot
Release a worse product and shut down better products. Nice. And yet you stop Galactic Armory making cosplay STLs when you don't do cosplay. Maybe you should collaborate with Galactic Army instead of crush them. They get more people into your hobby by introducing them to it. That's true. All these are valid points so far. Now you went after the fan-made Space Marine helmets and other stuff. Be great if you'd have just reached out and offered them a reasonably priced license deal. That would have been a lot cooler. But that would cost them money and make the fans happy. People are not happy about the cease and desist.
of the community feels that it's getting harder and harder to support a company or support a franchise that pursues its best fans so aggressively. And, you know, that's just a feeling that we kind of gathered from hundreds of different comments.
Galactic Armory, that's why. I thought, why are they going after these guys? That's why.
Adjustable.
And, you know,
Oh, I wanted to look at that helmet a little bit. That doesn't look very comfortable to wear. There's no padding in there. It's like how you can't get Pinhead anymore in Dead by Daylight. Oh, did they remove him? That's crazy.
Why? I thought, why are they going after these guys? That's why.
Adjustable.
and you know, I can definitely relate to a lot of them.
That helmet
The
looks
analogy
way
that I like
better.
to use for our
And that
situation
one
is
looks
that
badass.
we're the little bird in the crocodile's mouth, cleaning out the teeth of the crocodile. Like, yes, the crocodile could snap its mouth shut and eat us and get a quick snack, but both the bird and the crocodile realize that, you know, the bird is doing something that, you know, benefits them both. They get a nice teeth cleaning, and we get to eat some bugs. Both parties here can benefit. We're doing something for their super fans that they are not really doing themselves.
Do you have Pinhead? So if you have him, you get to keep him, but you can't buy him anymore? Oh, man. So they remove more stuff. Dang.
Now, if GW came to us and was like, hey, we want to take your stuff and make it our stuff, I'd be all for that. Like, that sounds incredible. Getting an actual licensing deal from Games Workshop, it's not as easy as it might sound. You know, we've looked into it, but unless you're a huge manufacturer in China or you're a giant toy manufacturer somewhere else, it's really incredibly hard to get the attention of these guys.
Man, it would have been really
they
nice
approached
if
me
they
with
would have worked with
An
them.
agreement like, hey, take all your stuff, put it here, and, you know, if we figure out some kind of agreement, I'm all for that. That sounds awesome. Everything that we're doing and every dollar that we raise through the Patreon is just to kind of fund making more awesome stuff. So we got to design like a chain sword that you can make at your own home, all sorts of different cosplay items.
Wow.
We got to take on some of those bigger projects that, you know, don't make a lot of money or like attract a lot of attention, but are just
Oh, those are
really
little
cool
LED
for the
lights?
community out there. We weren't done either.
Yeah, look
We
at
were
all the
working on,
Halo
like,
stuff,
printable
all the
stilts that you
ODSTs.
could make for your Space Marine cosplays. We wanted to do a melt-a-gun that used like actual propane to shoot out fire. We had lots more ideas, but those are all, sadly, scrapped now. Overall, at the end of the day, we got to make something for the Warhammer community that, you know, they were desperate for, that people loved, and I feel like we did it really well. What's next? We're not going to make any more 40K stuff, I can tell you that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad about that because I think I've seen these guys before, like some of their stores, but like online, just ads for it. But I didn't realize they were making all these cool helmets, man. Like that Mandalorian suit, I bet they made or 3D printed everything.
However, we are pretty good close friends with a group or company called Trench Crusade. It's another kind of like tabletop wargaming campaign set in kind of a grimdark universe, but it feels a lot more like a
Trench Crusades.
modern
This is
business
cool.
model of what Games Workshop could be. They really support the idea of community involvement. They have a pretty clear community
I
license.
kind of want to look into
They have
that.
interest in like hiring cosplay community members to work on projects. Take Boxtara, for example. She's doing an artillery witch costume. It's looking great.
Dang.
And they hired her to do that and kind of just work on it herself. Ourselves, they agreed to like partner with us on this helmet contest that we're doing on our Patreon.
What an H2D? Dude, that's a crazy 3D printer. It's got freaking multiple spools on there? What the heck?
To finish like some Trench Crusade helmets, and like the best one gets some 3D printers. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And they were so open to that. It was such a breath of fresh air. Although we're not gonna make any more 40K or Warhammer stuff, we are gonna like pivot some of our efforts to working with Trench Crusade, because
Trench Crusade, we'll have to look that up. I want to check that out.
So involved in the community and building their own community. Feels like a much nicer and, I don't know, much more modern take in the digital, like 3D printing era. So what else are we going to be doing? Well, I'm glad you asked. We obviously need to diversify some of the things that we're doing. Glad to tell you we're working on a lot of different projects. Besides the new Trench Crusade stuff, we're going to work on, breaking into some other mediums or some other kind of fandoms that we really like. We've got a program that we're working on that allows you to scale 3D files to your own custom body measurements.
No way, that's pretty
3D
cool.
Cosplay is getting it to fit right. Well, we're working on a program to where you can scale the armor on an avatar of yourself and export the files that way so that they will fit you the right time. It's called Form Fitter. Go check out the Facebook group where I provide a lot of updates on that. We've got a board game that we're working on. So it'll be like 3D printable from the ground up. You'd be able to print every part of it based on like giant mechs, honor dueling. We got a lot of cool artwork about it that I'm excited to share with you soon. What else? We've got more custom
I'm glad we watched this video.
Design our own
There's a lot of cool stuff.
So that we can 3D model them from the ground up, and they'll be free of any kind of IP related issues. All of those projects are funded, of course, and thanks to your support. Really, we've just been feeling the love this whole week and past week. It's turned what was kind of a nightmare into kind of a uplifting moment. Yeah, it sucks, but feeling all the community love and support really, I think, helps push us to keep moving forward, keep making awesome
They're
stuff.
making awesome
for
stuff,
you guys. And keep doing what we're doing and move on to bigger and better things. 5 years ago, I started this business because I saw what 3D printing could do for cosplay, and to where even the average idiot like myself could make awesome looking screen accurate helmets, armor, props from all my favorite franchises. And I'm really proud of the work we've done so far. And I'm really looking forward to some of the stuff that we're working on now. And of course, check out the Patreon if you want to help support us continue to do this kind of work. It really means the world to us.
Dang, they're doing a lot of really cool stuff.
It
sucks that they can't make more helmets.
That, get to do amazing work. So thank you all for watching. I hope that explains a little bit of our situation and what's been going on. Hope to see you in the next video.
Man, that sucks with Games Workshop, but it sounds like I'm going to subscribe to these guys because I actually want to go, and I don't have a 3D printer, but Chase has, I think, prints on it a little bit, but my stepdad has one, and you could buy like the files, it looks like, and all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, I don't think a lot of people were happy with Games Workshop getting rid of a lot of that stuff. I don't think I would. I would be, like that. That's so bad. Why did they do that?